Hello guys and welcome to my channel again. In the previous video we had seen how to insert an image in our web page. In this video we will discuss a major thing in HTML which is forms. Forms may make the web page interactive and allow user to enter data in our web page. Many websites use forms of different kind, just like if we want to make an ID on Facebook, there is a form which we fill with our data. So forms are very powerful things in HTML, and they have a lot of uses, and they can be used in many places. So before we continue, if you want to see any blog regarding this video or previous video, you can check my website. The link will be in the description. So let's jump to our editor. So for creating any form, you have to use a tag which is called a form. So anything between this tag will be of a form. So there is a basic tag which is called input. If we simply use this tag without any attributes, this will look like this, such like this on our web page. We can write any text in the box. So if we write anything behind it, like username, so it will show up like this. So there are many attributes which we can use in our input type. The main attribute of input is called type. So there are many types which HTML provides us, and we can use it in our web page. So the default type of the input tag is the text type. So we can use many other types. You can see it on Google. What are the types the HTML offers? So I will show you a couple of the types. So one is the text, and one is a password type. Password, and there is another type which is called email, which is mainly used for writing emails. There is another type which is called date type, which is used for writing dates. And we can also place check boxes and radio buttons in our form. But before going on that, I will show you the last type, which is called number. So if we want to take any kind of numbers from user, so we can use this. I will show you how the form will look like. So our form will look like this. So just let me place the paragraph tags before every tag so that our code will look a bit nice. As we are moving forward to bigger codes, we have to use the proper methods for making our code look better, so that it is more readable and understandable. So let us see that this is the text field for anything, and this is the password field. You can see that we are not able to see the password. This is the benefit of password type. So, and if we write anything in the email section, we have to fulfill the requirements of the email. Otherwise, it will give an error. It will not give error now because we are not using we are not submitting the form. And if we use the date type, you can see that it will show a calendar, so which we can select anything, and on the phone type we can write numbers on the number attribute type. So before ending this video, I will show you how to place and check boxes, radio buttons, and normal button on this form. So first I will show you how to place a checkbox. So for that, stay logged in. Checkbox. It will show like this, so you can check it and uncheck it. So the other thing I will show is radio button, which we can use for over 18 or under 18. So we copy and paste. So the difference between radio button and the checkbox is we can only select one radio button. So you can see that while submitting the form, you have to only select only one checkbox, only one radio button for submitting the form. So the next thing I will show you is select options, option menu. If you want to show user a menu which show many things, and we want from user to select any of the given items, how we can do that. So I will make a list of favorite food, and for that we use the tag select. Select tag is used to give options. The select tag is the main tag, and in them we use an option tag. The number of options we want to give the user, the same number of option tag we will use. So if we say burger, ice cream, so 2 is enough for now. So you can see that there will be a list like this. So the last thing I will show in the form is called button. So how we can place a button in our forms. For that we use the type submit. So the type submit will place a beautiful button in the form which we can use to submit our form. So as we are not submitting any kind of form, so this button will not do anything. So before ending this video, I will show you a couple of more attributes which we can use in our input, which we can use in our input tags. I will just make the code a little bit muted so it will be easy to read it, as it is very important. So the first attribute I will show is called value. So the anything we put in the value tag will become the value of that input type. So if we write here Munif and save it, so you can see that there will be the text on that field. So user have to remove that text before writing anything. So there is another tag which I want to show you, which is called placeholder. Placeholder is also used to show any specific thing on that text type field. But the difference between placeholder and the value is the user have to remove the value of that text type before writing anything. But the placeholder which show the same thing, but user does not have to remove that thing. So you can understand it by example. So you can see that user can directly write anything. So you can see that user can directly write anything. So the couple of more attributes I want to show you is, one is called checked. So if you want to check the stay logged in button by default, so we write here checked. So the button will be checked by default. So if you want to select anything by default from the favorite food list, so we use the selected attribute. So we write selected. So you can see that the ice cream is selected by default. So there is one more thing I want to tell you regarding the form, which is the name attribute. Name attribute is the value of any input type. So the name stores the anything in the form or anything of the input type. So name is a kind of variable which stores the data which we put in our text field. So I will use the name attribute in our radio buttons. So as I told you, we have to select only one radio button in our form, and in our one form, so both the radio buttons will have the same name, so that and only one can be selected. So you can see that we can select only one radio button at one time. So this is a very powerful thing. So we have created a bigger code in this example, and we have created a full-fledged form which is very useful. So if you want to see any other thing regarding the forms, you can also Google it, and if you want to see the blog regarding this video, you can check my website. So if you have any questions regarding this video, so you can comment below and ask me, or if you have any suggestions or any questions, kindly let me know. Thank you.